Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Welcome Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I'll turn the music down. Before we get going, I would love to know where you are listening in from. Are you on Facebook, on our main page, on our Facebook fan page? Are you in the Ask a Member Lounge? Are you listening in from LinkedIn? Are you listening in from YouTube? Tell us where you're listening in from. Tell us where you live. Tell us a little bit about yourself. We would love to know who's watching. And if you're catching this as a replay, you can go ahead and leave that on the comments because we like to respond to comments even after this video has aired. Just a few housekeeping items. First, we want to be able to see your names when you leave comments. So I'm going to put some instructions up here and let you know how you can enable StreamYard so that we can see who is listening in live and who is watching. So before leaving a comment, just make sure that you go to facebook.com/StreamYard and you enable, or I'm sorry, StreamYard.com/Facebook and you enable comments. So I'll show you what it looks like when you enable comments because I think I've got a few people here. So this is what it looks like when someone enables StreamYard. Hi, Charlotte Thomas from North Carolina. Thank you. This is what it looks like when StreamYard is not enabled. It says Facebook user. So I want to be able to see who's leaving comments. So just make sure that you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and you enable the account so that we can see who is listening in live. I have a special guest here today that I'm going to bring on in a little bit. I'll give you an idea of who that might be, but he has also enabled StreamYard and we can see his comments. So, and not only do I have Michael here, who I will introduce you to in a little bit and explain a little bit why I'm introducing him, but I also have another special guest that's now on the ASTA team. And I can't wait to let you know about how he's going to help us grow our membership and better serve you. So we are actually in Atlanta right now. If you hear some banging behind us, it's because there's some construction going on at the hotel apparently, or the water pipes are, yeah, we're trying to figure that out. But we are actually in Atlanta right now because we just wrapped up our Premium Business Summit. It literally just wrapped up a few hours ago, and we thought it would be great to just come to you live, introduce you to our new team, and tell you a little bit about what we're doing and who we are. So I'm going to look at my slides here because I have some good information for you. And I would just like to know first, how many of you are members of the American Society of Travel Advisors? Let us know in the comments. If you're not yet, that's okay. We would love to welcome you to our community. That's what these Welcome Wednesdays are all about. We want to make sure that you feel like you know where your resources are and that you know about our community and how to make the most of your time with ASTA. So we'll go through a little bit of that right now. And I wanted to just see in the comments, so go ahead and tell me in the comments if you're an ASTA member. I see Charlotte is. Thanks, Charlotte, for being an ASTA member. Let us know how long you've been an ASTA member. If any of our volunteer leaders are listening, if you're a chapter president or you're on the ASTA board, let us know in the comments thread because we do want to make sure that we're connecting people with the people in their networks as well. So go ahead and let us know, and we love to hear from our members. Appreciate it. I'm seeing a lot of great comments come in. A lot of people in New York, some Arkansas, lots of New York actually. So hi, Lynn. Lynn's a longtime ASTA member. So if you have any questions, you can ask some of the ASTA members who have self-identified in the comments thread, and they can connect with you about their ASTA membership. So what is ASTA all about? Let's talk about it. So together we're stronger, and that is what makes our membership association so strong, are the members who support us. And I'm going to have my colleague talk about membership here in a little bit, but for those of you who are unfamiliar with ASTA and our membership, here's just a really brief overview. So we are an advocacy association, and what does advocacy mean? Well, it means that we're representing you on behalf of the entire industry, actually, in front of the federal government and the state government. So we stand up for your best interest when it comes to airline ticketing issues, Department of Labor issues, even the inbound testing requirement, all sorts of things that impact policy, that impacts your business, we monitor on your behalf. We also advocate for you in front of travel suppliers, technology players, and even consumers. And my guest, Michael, he's going to chat with you a little bit about how we do advocacy in front of consumers on your behalf But overall, ASTA is a membership association that is really rooted in advocacy. And that's what makes us so different from all the other groups out there, is we are the only professional trade association that represents your interests. Here's a little bit of a chart that I find helpful when we're talking about the differences between ASTA and maybe some of the host and consortia agencies. You're getting a lot of your business tools from your host and your consortia partners who are also members of ASTA. You're getting a lot of marketing resources from them. You're getting a lot of your preferred supplier relationships through them. And with ASTA, you're getting advocacy, networking. We're going to talk a lot about networking because we just came off the heels of this fantastic networking event. You're going to get the consumer awareness, speaking on behalf of the entire industry is what we love doing. You're going to get a lot of that industry knowledge that you really can't get anywhere else. And you're going to get a lot of courses and information that are very unique, and the ethical standards that all of our members have to adhere to really set us apart from other advisors. When you're a member of ASTA, you're telling the consumer that you're a brand they can trust. So we want everyone to be an ASTA member, but we also want to tell you a lot more about why you should be an ASTA member. We could go on for days. I'm looking at Dave because there's a lot we could do here to talk about, but we only have a short amount of time. So that's why we come to you every month at the last Wednesday of every month, so that we can do in a little bit of a tidbits here and there, some information about our ASTA membership. But what brings us together? The community and the education. That's where we share the most in common with our partners. And I hope that this has been helpful for you to kind of understand why you also need to be an ASTA member, even though you have a host or a consortia agency that you belong to. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick look at the comments. I see a lot of people who have been members for ASTA for a while. Thank you for being a member for 3 years, Donna. We appreciate that so much. Okay, so proud partners. We would not be where we are today if it weren't for our proud partners. So in addition to all the travel advisors, we've got just over 14,000 in our network. Our proud partners, our supplier partners, they are the ones that really stand up and help our events become such a success. So if you are in the Proud Partner Network, please just let us know in the comments, because we'd love to thank you for your support. All right, updates from headquarters. This is a great place to introduce my first guest. So I'm gonna ask Michael, we're gonna bring him up on the screen here in a second. Let's go. Okay, here he is. We're coming on set. Hi, Michael. All right, wave to everybody.
Hey, everybody.
If you know Michael from another place where you might know him from, let us know in the comments. Michael, tell us where you're from and how people might know you.
Yeah, I've been coming to ASTA events now for better part of a decade. I think 8-9 years ago was my first ASTA event. So, but most of that time was in the travel trade. So I've been in ASTA all of 3 weeks, 4 weeks now.
Yeah, not that long.
I am officially the new guy, but I'm coming in as the director of communications to help spread this ASTA brand to more and more people.
Yeah, and he has worked in the trade media, so he knows a lot of our proud partners, a lot of our members actually. This is his first ASTA event as ASTA staff, and so for everybody who's used to seeing me kind of hanging out at events, now you're going to see two of us working on behalf of you to spread the message that travel advisors bring the most value for the traveler and their travel experience. So we're really going to be like the travel advisor evangelists. That's our job. We're going to be doing a lot of that.
And you've probably already heard a little bit from me if you get our Travel Advisor Daily. That's a little bit of my handiwork, along with our marketing team, and a lot of our press releases so far have been me as well.
Yes.
So, and a lot of news has come out recently.
So I'm going to change this frame so we can look at some of the new things that we have coming up. So our new website. Let's talk a little bit about that. If you have not seen our new website or been to our new website, then you're really missing out because we have a lot of resources for you. And this new website, gosh, we put a lot of energy into it. We really built it out to be the best resource for you. And we're still working on a lot of updates. This is going to be an ongoing process. However, this new website was made with you in mind so that it would be easier for you to find what you need, but more importantly, it'd be easier for people who are looking for a travel advisor to find you. That's one of the best benefits of our new website is our directory. So all of the consumer awareness that we do a lot of media engagements. And so when we do media engagements with mainstream media, we link back to our ASTA.org directory. So anyone who's looking for a travel professional can search our directory. And if you're a member, you're in our directory. Make sure you update your profile so you can be found. But Michael and I are going to be doing a lot more consumer awareness, a lot more media relations, and all of those efforts go straight back to the new website. And we're also going to be creating a lot of our own content. So do you want to talk a little bit about that, or do you want to wait?
I think we could probably wait for some of the nuts and bolts until some of our teammates finish what they're doing with it as well. But I'll say this, that, you know, between the ASTA team and a lot of our proud partners, we have some of the most talented travel professionals in the world right in our own little circle. And the idea that we would outsource talking about travel to other people seems silly sometimes. So we're going to talk a lot about travel inspiration and tips on traveling and reasons to use a travel advisor and all of that right there on asta.org, because those are messages that we want our members to be able to share with their clients, but we also want to share directly with people who will become their clients. And I think that is the full circle approach that we're using with asta.org, not just to help evangelize our industry, but help grow our industry as well.
Absolutely. And some of the updates are going to take a little bit more time because this was a massive overhaul. And so we're every day building out the website, improving its functionality. It's already so much better than it was before. So it is a constant work in progress, but being able to catalog our content and redirect our consumers back to our content library to show off all of the values of using a travel advisor and a lot of that inside information that you all have that a lot of people can't get anywhere else. So we're really using the new site to drive content, to drive our social media strategy, to invest in the future of our industry, and we can't wait to have you along for the ride. So if you are an ASTA member, make sure that your profile is up to date. If you have questions, I'm going to put an email up. If you have any questions with your profile, I know usually I have some help in the backstage area of this. That's why I keep looking down, because I'm running this from my computer, but I want to make sure that you have the resources you need. If you have any questions about updating your profile, and my next guest will talk a little bit about that, but Ask ASTA at asta.org is a great place to get any of the answers that you need about updating your profile. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, bring this back up, some of the new research that we did. Well, before that, if you are not on our Travel Advisor daily email list that Michael talked about, make sure that you're subscribing, because it's our daily email where you get all of the information that you need about what's going on in our industry, and it is such a valuable resource. We also have our magazine, so that's an annual publication, but really we want to make sure that everybody's receiving our Travel Advisor daily newsletter. So, and Michael's now, he's putting his fine touches on it, so it's just getting better and better. But all the information that you need to know is going to be in our newsletter. And if you need help getting access to it, a member of our membership team will be more than happy to help you. Real quick, okay, so we have a lot of research that we just did. Our premium members got access to some of the research today, because a benefit of being a premium member is you get white papers and you get some of our consumer research studies first. And we had a big press release that some of you may have seen last week on our new consumer research study. So surprise, surprise, people want to travel, right? So let's take a look at some of the cool findings from our study. All right, before we get to that, the value of earned media in millions has grown substantially over the years. And what I want to do is talk a little bit about what AVE means. So what does it mean when we talk about AVE? That's the advertising value equivalent of all of our earned media efforts. And Michael here, who's our data wizard, pulled the numbers on his first week on the job. I said, I have this fancy tool. Haven't really gotten in there to like play around with it too much. And he ran these numbers for us. And these numbers represent the value of all of the earned media that ASTA has done for you. And I won't get into the formula of it, but what do you think?
Yeah, so I can take credit for pulling the numbers, knowing that it's 61 million is all me. The fact that it's 61 million is all Erica.
Oh.
So over the last years, and you can even see the immense jump between 2019 to 2020. And really what this means is not a pat on the back for Erica, although it also means that. I think it's first and foremost that the important things about travel advisors are getting spoken to millions and millions and millions of people on Good Morning America, in the New York Times, in the LA Times, in the Chicago Tribune, on CNN, all of these places where Erica has gotten coverage for the travel advisor industry over the last couple of years to help move things down the needle that really affect travel advisors, like our advocacy efforts. So the actual real life value of that, this is not a made up number. This is not something that only ASTA is doing. Millions of people who use these numbers and use these tools, when we measure against them, we're $61 million plus so far in 2022.
I mean, I couldn't believe it when he told me, because we do the work, but sometimes we don't go back and we measure it. And I want to know how many travel advisors have received a media lead through ASTA, because not only do we speak on behalf of the industry through ASTA, we also connect travel advisors to some of these media opportunities. And the best part of my job is when I can make that direct connection to somebody who sells travel, who's an ASTA member, who's an expert in a certain type of travel, or who's featured in a story because of their expertise. That also brings me a lot of joy. It's not actually just me, it's getting the information from the travel advisors that help us with our media placements, because you all have your finger on the pulse of what's happening in the travel market. So you actually make my job easy. Our research does make it easy as well, because we get really great data. Our premium members get access to the research. So if you would like access to some of the research, I'm sure my next guest will be able to tell you a little bit about that. But let's go through some of the findings, because I think it's worth going through just a few of the top line findings and talking a little bit about what we think might help you in your business strategy. So let's have a look. Okay, so despite what's happening right now in the economy, people are not stopping their travels. In fact, 85% of people have traveled in the past 9 months, and 75% of those Americans are planning to spend the same or more on travel in 2023. So how would I use this data? If I were a travel advisor, I would say, well, I'm going to calm down a little bit because, it's interesting when we talk about the economy, how protected and kind of insulated travel has remained. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah. If you're following the media trends, if you're reading the Travel Advisor Daily, there's really two stories that right now around travel the media is really loving to cover. A, travel is becoming more expensive. That's just a fact that I think every advisor on this live stream knows to be true. Travel is getting more expensive. Everything's getting more expensive.
Yeah.
People are still traveling though.
Yeah.
And the earnings for airlines and cruise companies and hotel companies are all daily headlines. Yep. And if people were scared about cost,
right,
that wouldn't also be the case. So right in the middle of those two stories sits this research that says your clients or your potential clients know that things are getting more expensive, but they still want to travel. And the message for travel advisors needs to be, if you want to travel not more cheaply, but with more value, you have to use a travel advisor, because the other pieces of this research are not just that we're worried about cost, but we're also worried about how confusing travel has gotten.
Right.
And travel advisors fix all of these problems in a very significant way for the average client. And even if you are a travel aficionado, even if you are an expert traveler with years of flights under your belt, even if you used to have an ARC number, it gets confusing, and it's gotten more confusing, and it's gotten more expensive. And having a travel advisor who has access to the tools will make your life both easier and provide that value.
And I want to know in the comments, price doesn't always mean value. How many times do you have to think about that, or wish that you could say that to your clients when you're talking about the plans that you put together? Or tell me what you're seeing in your travel planning process right now. How far out are you booking your clients? Or is this research really playing out in your business? I'd like to know. And
one of our headlines just today in the Travel Advisor Daily was, travel experts say the time to book holiday travel is now.
Yep.
And I think everyone listening to this is saying, yeah, we knew that. We've been telling our clients that for a week. So the idea that there are so many travelers out there who our research shows They're worried about cost and they want to
Mhm.
travel, but they don't know that they need the media or they need friends or they need people to tell them you should be booking your travel today. They should be working with you.
Yep. So we also have a new stat here that says nothing, 40% say that nothing will stop them from taking a vacation. So even though the economic pressures are bearing down on some of the market, 40% of travelers, American travelers, are saying nothing's going to stop me from taking a vacation. 25%, now this is the stat that I really like, 25% of Americans are planning a dream vacation in the next 6 months. So what does that mean? By March of 2023, 25% of Americans will take a dream vacation. And I don't know anyone better to curate a dream vacation than a travel advisor. So this is all good news for you. I hope that you're all really busy at booking. Let us know in the comments what your experience has been and if this is aligning with what you're seeing in your business. One more piece of information. 77% of Americans put travel at the top of their priority list. So we asked them to compare, what did we ask them to compare to? We gave them a couple of options.
Cryptocurrency. Video game consoles.
Yep, electronics, a new car.
Sets. Yes.
We gave them a whole list of options of things that they could spend a large discretionary purchase on. And surprise, surprise, 77% of Americans put travel at the top of their priority list.
And I think that's important as the holiday season is approaching. Your adult kids probably do not want the latest gadget. They want to go somewhere. They want you to take them somewhere.
Yeah.
Your adult parents, your friends, your family, they don't want the things because we've all been stuck inside for 2 straight years. And this I don't really love the term, but this huge trend of revenge travel. Like we're getting back at the last 2 years. I think that's really being felt in these numbers and in this holiday season. If you've got someone that you know who's planning, and it's probably in their head, they're planning to take a dream vacation, but they don't know what that looks like yet. And again, our community of travel advisors, our proud partners, our suppliers can make those dreams come true in a very significant way.
Let us know in the comments if you're making travel dreams come true right now. We'd love to hear. All right, so here's my favorite. I saved the best for last. This was one of the questions that we asked in our survey because we wanted to know how many people subscribe to this adage of you only live once. And it was higher. I mean, I knew it was going to be high, but this is like a lot higher than I expected. So YOLO says 65% of Americans. So I'm sure some of you are seeing that in your booking experiences. You're doing trips that are crazier than ever, more intricate, more involved, more, gosh, it takes a lot more money to curate those types of experiences, but are people just spending it because they really feel like this is the last chance that they'll get to do some of their bucket list trips, or maybe they've had a sort of reality check through the pandemic. Like, time is short, and what better thing to spend my time and money on than an experience that I'll remember for the rest of my life. So
I'm straight up going rogue. I know we like to see who these people are, but I'm going to show these comments that this Facebook user says 100% people want to go. I'm booking a lot of bucket list. And then this one here too. YOLO and FOMO are my main booking drivers right now. Guys, after 2 straight years, like, what are you still doing with a bucket list?
I know, right?
Like, the bucket, it was full. The bucket is empty. How many people... in the last 2 years that you know of had things go so sideways that their the bucket is now, guys.
I know.
You shouldn't have a bucket list. You should have the things that you can do take the dream vacation that you can do this year. And then make a new dream for next year. Like, stop putting things off. Start taking your vacation days. Like that should be our main booking for all of our clients right now.
Take that vacation now.
Yeah, because you haven't even gotten to go to Super 8 in the last 2 years, let alone a Sandals or a Marriott. Like,
no bucket, just go. Yes, exactly. We love seeing these comments. Well, we're running a little bit over time, and I want to be able to talk a little bit about our next guest. But before I go, I have something very special to remind you on, and I'm going to switch spots with Dave here in a second. So listen, folks, if you are interested, thank you, Michael, in becoming a travel expert for TV, You need to do this training with Sandra McLemore and her husband, Anthony McLemore. It is available right now in our video library. That's for ASTA members. Thank you, Michael. That's for ASTA members. Go to asta.org, visit our video library, and you will have access to this 2-hour training to learn how to become a local media expert, to use some of the data I just showed you to get in your local news. This is a really valuable resource. If I'm being honest, it's probably worth the cost of your entire membership. So I just want to make sure that you know that this is available to you and that you have a chance to check it out. So I am going to bring up my next guest, and we're going to talk a little bit about all things ASTA. And let's do that right now. So I'm going to bring up Dave.
Hello there.
Dave. So we're gonna look here. Sometimes I have to look here because I'm running the stream, but you'll see. Look at all of these fun people who are engaging with us.
I know. Very excited.
So Dave is our new VP of membership, and we're gonna talk a little bit about membership and why you need to be an ASTA member. But Dave, tell me a little bit about you.
I am, like Michael, I have been with ASTA for just over 3 weeks.
Yeah, we really put them in the fire. We throw them in the fire.
We got our baptism of fire, our initiation here at the Premium Business Summit. It was an amazing experience, as you have said. Really got a chance to meet some very cool people and listen to some really important and interesting information that was shared during the program. It's an outstanding program.
Who did we have? Let's tell people who we had speak, because we had from Fast Company, Bill Taylor, who was tremendous. Great industry insight, great business and social insight. Yep.
Really
Crucial
amazing.
Conversations from is it Allison Taylor? No. Her name is escaping me. Our website, ASTA Premium Business Summit, has the list of the speakers, and her name's escaping. But we had the most impactful. I heard nothing but good things on the impact that our speakers made, really, and the value and the leadership training that our premium members received.
And an excellent session today on diversity, equity, inclusion in the travel industry, and some very eye-opening and enlightening comments. Not only from the presenters, but from the people in the audience. So again, who are our premium members. So it was a great experience. Got to meet so many people. I'm feeling very good that I listened in on several conversations and actually began to understand all the language. So I'm starting to catch on to the lingo.
He came from the National Association of
Active and Retired Federal Employees.
Active and Retired.
But
across the street from ASTA's headquarters.
Right across the street. Yeah, when I changed jobs, I literally moved across the street. But I've been in association management, association membership for about 27 years.
Great.
I've worked at several associations, including the Society of American Florists.
That's right, because your wife, does she still work there?
No, I actually met my wife at the previous association to that. So yes,
great.
My wife is also a 30-year association member.
I love that. So he knows all about trade associations. But tell me, in your first 2 weeks, what do you love about ASTA?
Well, first of all, you've touched on it quite a bit already. But just the fact that there is so much that ASTA has to offer to the industry, and that it makes it so much easier for us to promote those opportunities to the industry. We have so much to offer, and as a membership guy, that makes it easier for me. The other thing is truly, and again, this is many years of experience speaking. I've never walked into a team that has this level of experience, this level of dedication, this level of commitment. My membership team is fantastic.
We've all been here for a little while.
Yeah, well, that's I mean, the tenure. Well, we had that, but it's really kind of the best mix because we have so many people that are long tenured, but then we have lots of new people who've come in the last 2 or 3 years and bring that fresh perspective. And that's what you need to have a successful organization.
We're really lucky to have Dave, who has so much experience in membership and customer service. And our membership teams, they're a really important team. So they're here to serve you. And on Welcome Wednesdays, it's our job to welcome you into the fold of ASTA so that you're getting the most value out of your membership and your commitment to the society that represents you. We are the only trade association for travel advisors. Our job is to make sure that we're promoting and defending your businesses. And I think we do a pretty good job.
All evidence indicates, the research that you were just talking about. I mean, first of all, tremendous numbers, tremendous boost for the industry.
He got very excited about the research stats he first started.
And the thing of it is, what we're doing benefits all of our members.
Right.
Yes, of course, our premium members do get some extra things, and they get access to the research. But from what we're doing to push that research out, that's going to benefit everybody.
Yeah.
Rising tide raises all boats. That's what we're here to do, is really to promote the industry out to the consumer, and because who's not going to see that and go, well, yeah, you only live once, absolutely. I'm going to go take. And by the way, I am taking. My wife and I are taking our daughter and her fiance to Disney this year for Christmas. So we are doing a travel vacation.
See what I mean? Let's check the comments. I want to see what people are saying here. All right, so you're getting a lot of hellos. ASTA chapters, welcome, Dave.
My wife is actually watching. Is
this your wife?
Logan, yeah.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi,
Let's see. We've got Charlene. Will you be offering some must-have legal documents all ASTA members need? Yes, and you know what, Charlene? You know, it'd be really helpful. Let us know which documents are most meaningful to you. We do have a few templates for independent contractors, independent advisors. We had one on professional fees, I believe, that was more of a guidance document. But if you let us know, Charlene, what types of legal documents would be helpful, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, let us know what resources you need. And again, you mentioned earlier, Erica, ask ASTA at asta.org. That's hard to say. Ask ASTA at asta.org or 1-800-ASK-ASTA. Either way, give us a call, send us an email, go on the website and click it. And one of our folks will be very happy to direct you. We do have some resources already, but if there is something specific, again, as an ASTA member, you have access to a ton of resources, individuals who can answer your questions, and that's really what we're here to do. That's the special treatment, the special thing you get. You're a VIP when you join ASTA. You get that treatment. And that's everyone that joins.
Yeah, I want to know too if you're listening in from our private Facebook group, because I know some people are listening in from our main Facebook page, but did you know that if you're an ASTA member, you get access to our private Facebook group? And our private Facebook group has almost 4,000 active ASTA members in it. But what's really special about that private Facebook group is that's where I put the media leads. So anytime the New York Times or CNN or even some of the smaller outlets, they come to me, and I can give them a very high level overview of some of the industry statistics that we have mentioned before. But oftentimes they want to talk to a real travel advisor. And oftentimes that deadline is like now. Now. So how do I quickly and efficiently find a good source? I go into the Facebook group where I know a lot of our members hang out. I post the opportunity and the instructions. And if you're an ASTA member, I know some of you might be watching, if you're an ASTA member that has gotten featured in a mainstream news outlet because of the opportunity lead that you found in our private Facebook group, let us know.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Because we have a lot of members who've been featured in Boston Globe, CNN, New York Times, Condé Nast, you name it. And that's earned media. If you remember that slide way back, that earned media has value. It has an advertising value equivalent. And oftentimes that means direct business for you. Someone sees you featured in a story, they're trying to look up travel advisors, boom, there you are.
Yeah, that's it. That is one of the top benefits by far that we offer to the members. And again, like you said, that earned media value, that's actually giving you a direct part of that $61 million. You're getting a share of that when you get your agency, your advisor, mentioned in an article, like you said, in the Globe, in the Washington Post, in the Times. That's tremendous.
And doesn't your wife do communications? She knows about that too.
She
Lisa,
does.
tell them in the comments. Tell people how valuable earned media is.
She does. Yes.
So,
yes,
it's fun. It's a lot of fun to see our members featured in the news too, because it makes my job easier.
Yeah.
But we have let's check the comments. Let's see. ASTA chapters. Oh, our chapter networks. They're watching right now. I think it might be Jasmine who's watching. She's our director of chapter relations.
Yep.
And she is checking the comments. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
That's her.
How do you find a chapter, Charlene? I'm so glad that you asked. Jasmine, if you are on the thread, which I think you are, can you please connect and respond to Charlene and let her know how to connect with the chapter? We have it online too.
We have it online, and again, Ask ASTA. You can email us, call us. We will help you find the chapter in your area. Some of our chapters are a little bit more geared towards the smaller operations than the larger ones. We can actually steer you towards those if you're more comfortable in those. But it's a great point. I'm glad that it's probably Jasmine that brought that up. It's a great point that, again, the chapters, every member gets to be a part of a chapter. There's no additional charge for that. And that is your local connection.
Yeah.
You're right in your neighborhood. And that's another great thing that I've got to experience here this week, is talking to a number. I talked to the chapter president from Atlanta. I talked to a number of chapter members, and talking about the activities that they have planned and the things that they do, and these connections that people make, and they come together and they say, hey, you specialize in cruises, you specialize in group functions, we can all share the knowledge and share that information. So again, those connections are vitally important to your business. And that's what ASTA brings you. So
you have some fantastic chapters out there, and it's a lot about the networking. But if you're new to the industry too, you can get mentorship and advice, and
absolutely,
just having a community in your own neighborhood that's close to you of other people who are in the travel advisor business is really helpful. We're so glad to have such an expansive chapter program.
In fact, that's something that's you mentioned mentorship. That's something that's in the works right now, and we hope to roll out next year. Is a formalized mentor program.
I see Alabama chapter in the house too. I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
We talked.
Good. Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the events coming up, because I want to add this to the stream, and I want to talk about ways that we can make the most of your benefits at ASTA. So I personally think, and I'm sure you might agree after our event that we just had here in Atlanta, that the best way to get the most value out of your membership is to join us in person, to meet some of your fellow members, and to get some of that networking in. And we offer really one-of-a-kind events, and this Premium Business Summit is a great example. So let's go through and look at some of the sponsors from the Premium Business Summit. Really powerhouse team of people that delivered so much more than, this isn't just their logo, you guys. This is like, they came with their senior executives and they packed a lot of information.
Well, and I've done, in the past, I've done other association industry events and things like that, and the sponsors usually get up and they do a couple minutes and it's really kind of boring. These folks all got up with a lot of energy and a lot of passion. There was actually cheering and applauding and roaring from the crowd, because they're talking about things that you guys need to know. What's the next cruise ship launching? What's the next big destination they're pushing? What's going on with the airlines? So they're not only they're talking about their product, but they're really educating you on what's going on. It was fantastic. So a big hats off to all of our.
And don't forget, if you're a premium member, this event, the Premium Business Summit, is complimentary.
Yeah.
So not only do you get access to all of our white papers, all of our research, and what the research I just showed you was just the tip of the iceberg. The whole entire study is quite robust, and that is a benefit to you if you're a premium member of ASTA. You can also have all of your W-9 employees, W-2? W-9? W-2. I'm sorry. W-2. I know, but you know what? We have a lot of independent advisors in our industry.
We do.
But as a premium member, you can get all your W-2 employees access to your membership as well. So if the research and the white papers are of value to your team, that is extended to you as a premium member, and so is this event. So there's a lot of value for our premium members, but a large majority of our members are at the 219 independent advisor rate. And because we are going through our membership drive, I think I should put a little plug in there, right, Dave?
Yes, absolutely. If you're, that again, what really gives ASTA our strength is you. You've said that previously right here. What really gives us our strength is you, and so we need to have you continue to stay with us. That support is what enables us to do this research. It's what enables us to push out that message.
To go to the media, to build a team, to advocate for you. So
and the advocacy, I mean, we're not even talking about what we do for you on Capitol Hill or in Washington with legislators or in your own state. When issues come up in your own state, we come to your state and we help you with those business issues that are going to negatively impact you. So
Yes.
Super important.
And we can't do it without you.
You betcha.
Literally, we can't. So I know that there are a lot of folks out there that might not know if your membership's current. That's okay. Just go to asta.org.
Yep.
Go to your login and you can find out and
Yep.
you can renew. And we hope that you do. This is one of our largest renewal periods that we're going in right now. A lot of members joined when we had that fantastic promotion with Royal Caribbean. So many of you got access to the cruise that Royal was offering. I'm actually going to be sailing on the Allure of the Seas in a week or two with 500 of you who received that promotion. But look, we want you to stay. We want you to be a part of our community and continue to help us grow, because a healthy trade association is a healthy industry. And the travel advisor community, I know, is really strong right now. So let's continue to support it so we can continue to bring you all the resources that you've come to enjoy, and then some. We've got a lot more. That new website, all the new hires. We have so many people working for you, and your commitment to ASTA helps us do that good work. Let's check the comments.
One of the greatest quotes that I've heard since I've been here is from our CEO, Jane Kirby, who said, "We are here to tell your story." Mm-hmm. That's what we do, is tell the story of travel advisors and spread the word about all that you do. And I am in awe, in just the few weeks I've been here, of the complexity of the processes you must deal with, and the joy that you bring to people. So yeah, we want to keep doing that, and we want to keep helping you do that.
Help us and join and renew your membership, so that we can
please
welcome you at an event and continue working for you and continue to bring you the value that you expect from us, that we want to deliver. So we ran a little bit over because I just got so excited with some of the research. This is the first time.
That was no, that needed to be said. That needed to be
yes. So Dave, if you need him or anyone on his team, we'll make sure that we put his contact information in the email. You can just email membership@asta.org, ask asta@asta.org. We'll come back on the threads, and Dave can answer questions for you later. So if you're watching this as a replay and you have a question, just drop it on the comment thread, and we'll come back and make sure that we respond to it. And let's talk just really quickly, because we've got some deals coming up that we don't want people to lose out on. So yeah, let's go to a couple of things. So let's do this. I want to talk about upcoming events. So River Cruise Expo, real quick. If you have not secured your cabin yet, please do so. Pre and post educational journeys are now open. This year we're doing things a little bit different at our River Cruise Expo, where we will have a host hotel for those who would like to stay at the host hotel. But this year we are going to be staying on board the ships that are docked in the Danube. So if you want a full list of all the ships available, and if you want to secure your cabin and your post sailing, if you choose to do that, now is the time to do that, because it's right around the corner. This event was sold out last year, so we want to make sure that you get your spot secured. Alrighty, and I'm going to talk, actually no, Dave's going to talk a little bit about Puerto Rico.
Well, just going to, again, we had actually the last one of our sponsors that stepped up today was the Puerto Rico Tourism Bureau, and just so excited for what we're going to see in San Juan. They made us feel very comfortable in the fact that there's no damage. The hurricane didn't cause any problems down there. Everything is green light go. And so that's May 2nd. We'd love to see you down there. So many good experiences. I know there are going to be a lot of fam trips around that as well. So great chance for you to see a great destination.
It's our biggest event too. So if you're a new member and you want to know where to start, I would say our global convention is where to start.
Very definitely.
We have tracks for everybody, new to the industry, experienced advisors. It's our largest event, and if you're looking for support and mentorship, or you're not really sure how to get started with ASTA, come to Puerto Rico, join us in Puerto Rico. We will make sure that you get what you need, and you'll have the best time.
We're going to do some special things.
For new members, and right now you can save $100 on your registration. It's valid through November 1st. So you use the code AGC100, and that gives you $100 savings on your registration, and it's only valid until November 1st. So you still have some time to take advantage of it. But if you're a new member, or if you're thinking about joining, maybe you just want to start with an event. Okay, all right. Well, we'll convince you by the end of Global Convention, but take advantage of the $100 savings while you still can. And then I'm just going to go through this real quickly. We've got our legislative day. And as an advocacy association, I don't know, did you have a fly-in when you were at NARC?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
a very, it's a thing that trade associations do because trade associations are often in DC. I would say 90% of the time, 95% of the time, they're
or
in
they
DC.
have a presence in DC.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So that they can lobby and advocate on your behalf. This event is where we take you to Capitol Hill,
Yep.
and you get to be a part of the lobbying process. And if you are confused about what ASTA does and why you need ASTA, come to this event and learn a little bit about what we do.
There really is something incredibly special about going down and going through those halls of the office buildings, the congressional office buildings, and being a part of that process. And I will tell you, there is no greater impact with our representatives than when one of their constituents is sitting in front of them in their office saying, "This is why we need you."
Yeah.
So yeah.
And there was a lot of travel policy that was impacting our members' businesses over the years, and we have a goal of all 50 states being represented. We got very close last year. I think we had 48 states represented. So if you're one of those outlier states that we need, please come to this event and learn.
Come on, Rhode Island. You got to represent. Come on.
Is there anyone from Rhode Island watching it? Is that one of the?
I don't know if it was Rhode Island.
I actually think it was. I actually think it was.
There you go.
Okay, and then last but not least, this event, the Premium Business Summit for premium members next year. Save the date. It's complimentary for premium members, but we want to make sure that you have access to it and you're saving the date because I think we might be driving BMWs next year.
Well, next year, Palm Desert, California.
Oh, Palm Desert,
okay,
California.
So Palm Springs, right near Palm Springs, which is a place that, again, my wife and I travel to quite a bit, and it is gorgeous. So yeah, if you can join us, by all means, that's a.
They're probably wondering why I'm talking about BMWs. Last night we did the what is it called officially? The Porsche
Experience.
The Porsche Experience, and we went to the Porsche test drive track, and it was like.
We did not actually get to drive Porsches. Let me just be clear on that.
I don't think I could if I wanted to.
We had professional drivers take us at 110 miles an hour around an incredible track, and everyone getting out of the cars had this sort of expression on their face.
Eyes this big
eyes, big smile, and it was very exciting.
I heard a little rumor that we might be doing something like that with BMW. I don't know. So we'll see. Save the date if you're a premium member. If you want to upgrade to a premium membership so that you can have access to this great event, we'd love to help you do that. Yep. So real quick, any questions? Does anyone have any questions? I saw the comments come through. I'm going to go through. I see that Jasmine is answering a lot of questions about membership. I see Esther wants us to extend the early bird price. We'll see what we can do, Esther. You can give us a call, send us an email. We'll make sure we can work with you to get you to Global Convention.
Yeah.
All right, so I am going to cut it off here because we've already gone way over. But I don't always get a chance to introduce new team members. So
I'm so excited to be here.
And
again, how about my timing?
Budapest,
San Juan.
I know you really lucked out.
Boy, tough. It's a tough job, folks, but somebody's got to do it.
Exactly. And if you ever need help with anything, Dave's here to help you. He's leading the membership team. He might even host some of these Welcome Wednesdays on his own. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I might rope him in.
I don't have the expertise and the talent, obviously, that Erica does.
I think you did all right.
I kind of fudged my way through it. But yeah, no, do reach out to us in membership if there's anything. We have a great team of people who are standing by to help you with everything that you need. And that goes for all of the people at ASTA, all of my colleagues that I've met this week and over these last weeks. I am so thrilled to be with you guys, and we're working for you.
We're glad to have you too. Thanks, Dave, and thanks everyone for watching. If you need us, ask ASTA at asta.org, or just visit asta.org, and you'll find a lot of resources that you need. Welcome to ASTA if you're a new member, and please consider joining or renewing your membership if you haven't yet, because we rely on your support to continue to serve you.
Yep.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great rest of your week.
We appreciate you. Take
care.